If you've been curious about VR and don't know where to start, this is it. This is the Meta Quest 3S, and it only starts at $299. Welcome to It Came From a Box. I'm Sergio AM, and Meta was awesome enough to send us their latest Quest headset, the 3S, which makes VR more accessible to everyone. It gives you a taste of that high-end Quest 3 experience, but at a price that's much more budget-friendly. The box looks great, clean, simple design, very meta. If you're picking up the bundle, make sure it has the Batman Arkham Shadow logo at the top right. It's available in 128 or 256 gig models. I went with the latter since I tend to download a lot of games and jump around between them. On the back, we've got what's in the box, and it's also in fancy French. Contenu de la boite. That right? I don't know. Let's open it up. So to start, we have our paperwork. That, by the way, includes info on its 1-year warranty, the Touch Plus controllers, the Quest 3S headset. Then we have our wrapped up accessories, starting with the glasses spacer, the power brick, and the USB-C charging cable that connects to it. Back to the glasses spacer, it sandwiches in between the facial interface and the headset, and it gives you just a little extra space so your glasses won't hit the lenses in there, but at least for my chunky ones, it's still a slightly tight fit. The 3S has this very slick, almost alien, techie kind of look to it that I like. Build quality is great, it's really well put together, and considering how much tech is crammed inside, it's pretty small and lightweight. With the included head strap, it only weighs 513 grams. That's less than 1.5 pounds, and that, along with the redesigned facial interface, makes it comfortable enough to wear for hours on end. Let's take a look around. First up, we have the elastic strap. It connects to these headbands on the sides, where we also have our USB-C charging ports on the left, and the fabric feels great. I like that texture. And yeah, it's basic, but helps keep the whole thing lightweight. You can adjust it from the top with Velcro, and it can expand off the sides on the back. On the front of the headset, we have that Meta logo with a power indicator LED, and we have our set of cameras and sensors in this triangular layout. Underneath, we have our volume rocker and action button. Then we have what looks like some mics, 2 other cameras on both sides. Back to the left, we have our power button, that USB-C charging port, along with a charging notification LED. On those headbands, we have the holes for our speakers. Then we have our plushy and soft fabric facial interface. And in here, we have our lenses with 3 levels of spacing. As for the Touch Plus controllers, they're smaller than the Quest 2s, but without a halo ring. They weigh in at 103 grams, so they feel really light and balanced in your hands. On here, we have our fabric wrist straps, which I highly suggest you use. Next, we have a very handy eject button to access that battery compartment with the included double A's. The layout is similar to what we've seen before. Starting with the right one, we have our A, B, and Meta buttons. On the left, we have our X, Y, and Option buttons, and both have tiny analog sticks that click in. We've got 2-stage triggers, although they sort of feel like one, and satisfying grip buttons. Then we have this wide open space here for you to rest your thumb. And finally, they have True Touch haptics that give you a decent vibrating feedback. Overall, they're lightweight, the inputs feel great, and I love the ergonomics. Also, for those wondering, we still have hand tracking. It's not perfect, but it's smoother and more accurate than before, although they still can't compete with the controllers, so it's best for navigating and casual experiences. Let's talk specs and features. The Quest 3S lives between the Quest 2 and 3. The LCD display on the 3S shares most of the specs from the Quest 2. They're Fresnel lenses with an 1832 by 1920 resolution per eye that runs at a smooth 120 Hz, and the only difference is that it now has a color pass-through view. But everything does look better through them thanks to the upgraded chipset. In here, we have a 2nd-gen Snapdragon XR2, which is twice as powerful as the first, with 8 gigs of RAM, same as the 3, and it boosts the entire experience, be it from navigation to loading times, and of course, graphics quality. As for audio, the built-in speakers sound great. Lots of detail and richness, which gives you that immersive feel.
Alfred, we tried it your way, now we do it mine.
Now, sadly, there is no headphone jack, although you can use a USB-C adapter with it, and it does have Bluetooth audio, but there is some latency. Like I said, you can get it in 128 gigs, which should be enough for the average user, and then there's the 256 gig model, which I went with because I have a lot of games, and considering it's not compatible with external storage, you're stuck with what you get, so choose wisely. Now, it has a 4,324 milliamp battery that should give you roughly 2.5 hours of use. But if you need more, you can use it while charging, or you can go with something like their Elite strap with battery, which I'll get to in a bit. Now, if you've never tried VR, the Quest 3S is the perfect place to start. It's standalone, so there's no need for a PC or console. It's wireless, so there's no need for external sensors or wiring, and the Touch Plus controllers are intuitive and very easy to use. Setup is also a breeze, and once you get through it, they have a dedicated help and tips guide filled with everything you need to know. Once you're up and running, Meta has a massive library of games and apps for just about everyone. There's media apps, some for art, health and fitness is huge on here as well. There's mixed reality experiences, which for those new to it, blends both physical and digital worlds, which gives you a more natural, immersive experience. And of course, there's a lot of incredible games on here. And there's also some AAA titles such as the new Batman Arkham Shadow, which is included with this bundle. As you may have heard, it is awesome. It's just like the previous Arkham games where you get to don the cape, use the gadgets, and serve some very satisfying vigilante justice. If you want to go further, there's also MetaQuest Plus, which gives you access to 2 curated games every month that you can keep as long as you're subscribed. If you'd like to give it a test run, the 3S comes with a 3-month trial. And finally, you know I love this one, there's tons of accessories out there, both first and third party, all of which help upgrade the experience, and here are 3 that I picked up, but expect more soon. First, they have this egg-looking compact carrying case so you can take it on the go. It's in this really nice felt and it's hard shell. Inside we have this kind of cool compartment for the charging cable and power adapter, 2 slots for the controllers, and the headset goes in the front. Everything is about a perfect fit, so you won't be able to fit much in here, but they do have another one that you can use with their Elite strap with battery. Next, as comfortable as the default facial interface is, they also sell this breathable one, which I prefer. It's skeletonized, so it weighs less, and it's lined in fabric to help increase airflow and reduce heat, but it does mean you'll get a bit of light leak. And the facial pad is made of silicone, which is more hygienic and easy to clean. Finally, my favorite upgrade is the Elite strap with battery. It replaces the horizontal strap with this plastic one that has a silicone cradle on the back that you can tighten with this ratchet. Much easier and faster. The battery connects to the headset. You can charge both with that single port, and it gives you an extra 2 hours of battery life, but it also acts as a counterweight, which I feel is really useful, especially for long hours of playtime. So that's the MetaQuest 3S. It's got that perfect blend of performance, affordability, ease of use, along with a fantastic ecosystem that makes it the perfect entry point into VR for newcomers and a compelling upgrade for veterans alike. There's much more to it, so keep an eye out for more videos on it, and yes, a hauled episode as well. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments and let's talk. Thanks to Meta for sending it our way, and they also want to hook you guys up. So if you're looking to pick one up, from now until December 31st, you can use my link to get $60 in Quest Cash when you buy a MetaQuest headset so you can stock up on some games and apps. For all those details, check out the links in the description below. Once again, I'm Sergio. I am awkwardly holding this up for you. Thanks for liking and subscribing, and I'll see you for the next box. If you like this video and want to help us out, click that thumbs up button and leave a comment below so we can talk. Now, if you want to go further, subscribe and ding the bell to stay notified whenever we post a new video. You made it to the end, and I just want you to know that you are the reason we do what we do. This is Sergio AM, and I'll see you for the next box.